Hi everyone, so this is a brief video just to show you two different ways to use the attendance manager in Angel. So probably the simplest way is to go into your course and into the Manage tab, and you'll go into the attendance manager, and then I'd say the first thing to do is set your preferences for each course. You'll need to do this in each class. And so say your class meets Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You just make sure that those days are chosen, and you say save, and then it'll come back with the calendar for each month with just Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays selected. So when you go into class, say for example today's the 9th, and you go in before class, if you click on the 9, and you could give students something to do while you're doing roll. You could go in if you have a large class and just say by default I'm going to mark everybody present, and then I'll come back in, and as you're calling the roll, say Jerry happens to be absent and this person happens to be absent. You can just check that and then save, and that'll come back and keep your record throughout the semester for who's present and who's absent. Now there is another way that some faculty members use that's a more automated and student-directed way to keep attendance. And to do that, you'll go to the Resources tab, and you need to add the widget that's the attendance widget onto your Resources page. So if you click the Edit page and you do Add Components, then it'll show you all the possible components for that page. We're going to click on Attendance, do Add Selected, and then you can grab the title bar and just drag that if you want a more balanced page, and then just make sure you say save. And what that will do is every day you have class, you'll get a different pin, which is the kind of the secret number of that day, and faculty members generally write that on the board and inform students that that's the attendance pin for the day, and students have the rest of that day in order to type that in, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute, and then that automatically records their attendance. So of course people generally have the academic integrity talk with students, talking about the importance of not sharing that pin, and you could also do spot checks throughout the semester by taking real attendance and then checking it against the automated attendance. So you put this on the board, and then you want to see what students see. So they actually would go into their course, and then they go to the Resources tab, and that widget appears, and that's where they would actually type the pin that you've given them. And as soon as they do that, it marks them present for the day. So you'll see, now I've used this in other settings, but you'll see that's their attendance for the 9th, which is today. And over the course of the semester, they'd see their attendance for the entire semester. So if they had questions, they could get in touch with you. They don't see anybody else's, just their own. And then on your end, what you're going to see, if you go to the Manage tab then, and you go into your attendance manager, you'll see that for that student was marked as present for that day, and you'll be able to see the students have filled that in. So that's those are the two ways, one more automated and up to students to do that if you give them the pin, and the other way that you can do it more like a traditional attendance manager as you take the roll.